Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Farhat Asif, and I'm with you again with another amazing episode of Global Women Insight. We've been talking to a lot of wonderful women from across the world who have been doing phenomenal work in their fields, leading various organizations, uh, breaking the glass ceilings. So, one of the my dear friend from the region, and today's guest is Wai Wai Nu. She's from Myanmar, and we'll be talking with her today and about her journey to all the work that she's been doing for all these years, her awards, her academic career, as well as the organization that she's leading. So let us welcome my dear friend from Myanmar. She's the executive director of Women Peace Network, Women leading organization, which is providing assistance to people to build peace and make this world a better place. So let's welcome Wai. Welcome. Hello. You're on mute. Oh, yes. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very much, Fahad. Thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you so much, Vivid. Since we all been talking a lot about you and your work, let's begin talking about and go back to the story where all this thing began to happen. So, what is your story? What is your unique story that you would like to share with us, and that has made you Wai Wai?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my name is Wai Wai Nu. I am from Burma, Myanmar, and I guess part of the reason that what I'm doing is because who I am, as who I am in Burma. So there are two elements to it. First of all, I am a Rohingya in Burma, which is one of the most persecuted community in the world, and the second factor is that I am a daughter of a politician who have been fighting and struggling for democracy, human rights, and equality for all people in Burma, and he's a leader of Rohingya as well. So I think these two factors are driving factors that who I am today. So I was born in Rakhine State, also called as Arakan, which is border with today Bangladesh and used to be East Pakistan. And so Arakan, people in Arakan are the predominantly, the Rohingya in Rakhine are second largest populations in the Arakan state, and we are predominantly Muslim, and we are culturally slightly similar with people in the India continent, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, or in India. And our complexions is, sort of Indo-Aryan alike. So there is so much commonality and similarity. As a result, the government of Myanmar say you don't belong to this country and you are from Bangladesh or Pakistan. That's how they have been treating our people and denying our indigenous rights in Burma. And as a result, my people are suffering from grave human rights violations and international crimes that the UN have been, UN and other human rights organizations are, calling it as genocide or crimes against humanity. So that's a part of my story belonging to the world's most largest, most persecuted community. On the other hand, my father, I was born in Rakhine State, this Arakan State, and when I was younger, I was have seen my father getting involved in the Burmese democracy movement, and he was an elected parliamentarian in 1990 election, and then he was arrested, targeted by the military when I was very little, and then we moved from Arkan to Rangoon, which was the capital city of Burma, Myanmar, and and then I grew up in Rangoon. And when I was 18 years old, I was arrested with my father, my mom, my sister, and my brother because of my father's political involvement in Burmese democratization in 2005. And we had to stay in the prison for 7 years, almost 7 years. And it has been a very, very difficult time in my life, and but I stayed strong and come up strong. So came out of the prison strong. So I guess when I was in the prison, I thought, I was able to I had some time to think about what's going on around me, what's going on in the country, and what I can be doing. So I think since I was in the prison, I was dedicated to work for the people, bringing justice and equality for women and girls. And when I came out, my people are targeted for this genocidal campaign. So I need to get involved, and I started my work.
Amazing story, Vaiva. I mean, this has been always remain. You remain my inspiration for all the work that I've been doing as well. Another important thing in our life, or people in our lives, are those mentors who we always look up to. For example, if you are there in those difficult times, there might be people. Yes, we call them our mothers or fathers, but there are mentors around us who always encourage us to let us go with our crazy thoughts, right? So they always let us go. They always encourage us. So who were those people who helped you in shaping your destiny and moving towards where you are right now and building your capacity? But looking at your work and all that, I've seen that you had indulged yourself in education, building your skills to help your people. So who were those people?
Yeah, of course, I have many friends and families who supported me, encouraged me to do this work, and friends that I have been working together. And I can say they are my mentors. All of them are my mentors. I don't think we have in Burma, like, the sort of like having a formal mentor like in
Yes,
other part of the world. So we don't
yes,
have them, but we just learn from each other. We just
yes,
see each other as aspirations and learn from each other.
yes,
So I regard all my colleagues and friends that I've been working for about 8 years now as my mentors. Most of them, some of them are very close, some of them are not. Some of them I can just talk when I have like any issues. I'm like, oh, this is going on, what's going on, and what should we do, what I can do. Like, there are friends like that.
yeah.
um, and there are friends that I can really talk as well. So yeah, but I think all this experience has been very, very rich, and all these people around me shaped what have been shaping who I am today. And I'm very grateful of having many good friends. um, yeah, and then I also try to improve myself by going back to the school. So when I was arrested, I had to stop my school, and I was second year in my law school. And when I came out of the prison, I went back to the school, and I received I finished my law degree in 2014.
Yeah.
And also, and then after a few years in 17, I joined UC Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley, for my LLM, Masters of Law. And I accomplished Masters of Law and 2018, and then but then the same time I joined leadership programs in
Yes.
different universities and different countries. So for instance, I did a program at the Bush Institute Presidential Center at the in Dallas, in Dallas, Texas, in the United States. It's a program called Leadership and uh, Liberty and Leadership Forum. And then I also joined a program at the Stanford University, which is a very prestigious program. It's called Dropper Hill Fellowship Program. It's under the Stanford Democracy Development and Rule of Law Center, taught by Professor Francis Fukuyama, who is a political scientist and economist.
Exactly.
Professor Francis Fukuyama and Larry Diamond, who is again political scientist. So
Yes.
and I also did um, a program at the Women um, in the Public Service by the Wilson Center, and a couple of others. And lastly, recently I did a program at the Columbia University of New York City, New York, which is Obama Foundation Scholar Program, which is a year-long program, and this is phenomenal. So while I'm doing all my work, and I've constantly been trying to improve my capacity and skill and knowledge to be
Right.
able to do more effectively. I think these are critical.
Yeah, exactly. So my question, as we were discussing, that these kind of skills are important for the political activists or human right activists as well. So, wait. What is the significance of education for the people who are working at the ground? For example, raising voice for somebody, you need to know that how to raise the voice. So, what is the significance of education and skill for you as you're sharing your journey? Because I've seen that very closely, that you had improved your skills. You're a model for many human rights activists and peace activists. That when you are equipped yourself, then you will be able to empower the others as well. So what is the motivation behind that, and how would you how would you share the experience, and what is the importance of these education, these skills, fellowships, or scholarships that you had won over the time period? So it seems like a one step another, and I am so inspiring, in fact, that you had indulged yourself and equipped yourself more so that you can help other people, right?
Yeah, I think before skills and knowledge, capacity, I think what we need is really a vision and passions and responsibility to understand what's your responsibility, first of all, as human being, what you can do to help like a human around you, and what
Mhm.
are the problems we are facing in this world today, in your community, beyond your community, in the world, and what
Mhm.
you can be doing as a human, a fellow human, human being. And I think that's come first before any skill or any capacity or knowledge. And
Exactly.
and secondly, and you need to understand what you want to do exactly. What value do you have in your life, right? And what passion do you have? What are you really happy to help others, to promote rights of the other people, or are you passionate to achieve your own dignity, human dignity? If you're from a persecuted community, if you feel like you
Community.
belong to, you are sharing the feeling of people who are being persecuted, or if you feel like you are being, your dignity is being attacked, your human dignity is being attacked, what do how do you feel about it? Do you really want to take initiative and go to, take responsibility and step into it, or not? If that's your passion or not. And for example, if you see climate change, climate
Yes.
crisis, do you feel that you share that problem? and you
Exactly.
you are interested to help address this problem or not. So you need to understand,
Exactly.
like, and responsibility, passions, and then after that, what visions? Okay, you share the problem. What vision do you have? How do you want to
Exactly.
change? The visions
Exactly.
you need to have, the visions and missions, and then
Yeah.
come up with the medium, like how do you communicate and how do you achieve them. So
Exactly.
how do you achieve that? Meaning then you need to be able to equip what you need to achieve those things. Sometimes it
Yeah.
can be your personal capacity building. Sometimes it can be it can be not necessarily you need to know everything how to do, but you have a team and build a team and people around you, and divide the responsibility and go from there. At the beginning, you don't have to be like, I guess, everything equipped and perfect.
Exactly. So, thank you so much for raising these important points, especially for those people who want to build their capacities as well, and of course, facing these kind of challenges as you faced, during during your life. One of the things that I would like to, ask you is those triggering points, those aha moments, those epiphanies in your life that where said, okay, I have to build, for example, the organization that you're leading right now, Women Peace Network, which is that you will share with us. So, what was the trigger point of starting such a network while you are being faced with a lot of challenges, and what is the importance of having such network there led by you?
Right. So when I was released from the jail in 2012, I was um I was involved. I kind of get into this activism, and I was involved with other democracy activists, youth activists promoting like democratic culture,
So,
and generating discussions around building democracy and uh, democratic culture in Myanmar, where we were at that time very new in terms of democracy transformation. And then the attack against the Rohingya occurred. Um, and I realized, I even among my colleagues and friends, I have been sight-blinded. I've been sort of marginalized and questioned by my friends and colleagues where my people are from and
yeah,
where did we come from and who we are.
exactly.
Suddenly I become alien. So it's the feeling that your people that you love, you respect, and your
Yeah,
work together are even started to questions about your identity and your existence in your own country, and you're treated as outsiders, and that's hurt. That's very hurt. And then I realized the hate speech against the Rohingya has been really serious on the social media. And I thought I should do something. I should do something, and I need to do something about it. And I didn't have any platform to do because at that time Rohingya did not have many civil society organizations or political organization to to really
yeah,
join and then to get involved to do what I want to do. But I know what
yes,
I want to do. I have a vision. I have a mission for what I want to do. Right. So
yeah,
I try to find mediums, to communicate that vision with the people.
yeah,
And I'm sure if I join other organizations and they will not allow me and to do
yeah.
what I want to do,
Mhm.
and then even if they allow accept me as a member, I might not have really legacy or platform or venue to really amplify
Yeah,
voices of the people and what I want to do.
exactly.
So I decided that, yeah, why don't I start my own, and and then it's give me so much power and energy to be independent and to do what I want to do. And yeah, I started Women Peace Network, and I was able to use that platform to amplify not voices of the women from the marginalized groups,
Mm.
from Rohingya, but also like to bring people together and educate them, share their knowledge, and build their confidence and capacity and trust and relationship between the communities. So yeah, so we do like human rights documentations and advocacy, and we also do like peace building, youth educations, and youth empowerment. Where we have a youth center in Yangon. We call it Youth Leadership Center, and then we also have been doing a lot of anti-discrimination work. So like basically removing, kind of eliminating or reducing prejudice against Muslim and Rohingya, all this Islamophobic sentiment and the hate against the Rohingya population. So we've been doing using social media platform and other platform to end, like, to reduce discriminations in Burma, Myanmar. So among those activities, one of the projects that we did was called My Friend Campaign, so which is online campaign and offline campaign. As I mean, we did a lot of public outreach. So it's basically promoting friendship and the value of relationship between the diverse communities. uh,
Mm.
on social media. It started as a selfie campaign, taking selfie with a friend of diverse background and posting on your social media by having hashtag my friend campaign and sharing your story. Why are you friend with them, right? And how can you be friend if like haters are saying we cannot be friend with Muslim, Christians,
Yeah, yeah, anybody.
we cannot be friends with other people apart from our religion and ethnicity. That's what haters are saying. I was like, no,
Yes,
we have friends from all background.
yes, yeah,
That's human nature. It doesn't mean to be friend and to work together, to live together. We don't have to share the same faith or
yeah,
the same ethnicity. We can still be friends and to live together, to coexist. So that's what the campaign is all about, and it was widely acknowledged across Myanmar as well as across the globe. Um, and lastly, we also do a lot of like alliance building among the different leaders and women's groups. So those are some of the work that we've been doing as part of the Women Peace Network. And one of the prominent factor is that our human rights documentations and advocacy has been very effective at the UN level, at the UN, and with the government, and our voice are being heard, sort of like respected, even if they don't
exactly.
take actions, and we have somehow quite you know quite a reputation, quite a credibility in terms of working on the human rights field, in terms of
Yeah,
justice and accountability processes for the Rohingya and others in Burma. So yeah, we've been quite deeply involved in the human rights like activities. So I think which is quite unique.
yeah. This is such an amazing work that for friends who had just joined us. Baby is from Myanmar. She's a fierce, brave uh, human rights activist, and she's leading Women Peace Network. You can see the website here as well. If you would like to know more about her and her work and would like to engage with her, you can also go to this website as well. One of the questions that always comes into mind when you lead this organization and you found, you live and breathe the organization, right? You are a founder, you are the leader of that organization. So one of the question is that when you are building these organizations, so what, of course you had shared the motivation behind the working behind. So did you ever thought of winning the NPeace award?
Not really, not really. So, when
I
we,
mean, my
when,
question is my question is basically about when you work. you don't work for the awards, but you
Yeah.
work for the people, like that. But recognitions from different parts, as I've seen that there are a lot of recognition that has been given to you, for example, NPS award and various other awards. But the work that your own work has trickled down at the grassroots level, that is more important. So your these kind of awards, for example NPs as well, which I very humbly share with you as well, and various other awards. So what are the significance of these awards as well, while human rights activists or people like us who work, recognition of these kinds, but we always look towards down at the grassroots, and we always sometimes forget about recognitions, right?
Yeah. So you're right. Actually, when we start working on this field, it's merely on the based on this mindset of taking responsibility, not necessarily about fame or not recognition. So I would never imagine to have
Yeah.
any kind of recommendations because I wasn't even thinking about it. And
Yes.
we don't have even anything in this mindset. One day, we'll get recognitions and get
Yes.
not at all. So
Yes.
it is just a matter of I think authenticity, honesty, and responsibility are key words for me that I valued. And just for me, what I want to be whenever people ask me is a person who is effective and helpful for others, and for the humanity to work for others, so that we live and we live in this world peacefully, and then we leave the world when we die, you know, a better place for our next generation. So that's the only missions I have.
Yeah.
And I've never thought of receiving any award or recognitions, and it's great. But when you get them, like I think sometimes it makes you feel good. It motivates you to do more work. It put you more
Exactly.
burden, responsibility. It
Exactly.
doesn't make you feel good always. It feel like
Yes.
you have more responsibility, and now you
Absolutely.
need to work more, and that doesn't feel good at all. So yeah, it's just a little mix. But sometimes when we work on the field of human rights, when you have recognitions and support from the big organizations and other peoples, then it gives you more security, sense of security,
Exactly.
the feeling
Exactly.
of security. And I think that's also one of the factor of having a good positive side of receiving award and recognition.
So you have also not only won the NPS Award in 2014, but Democracy Courage Tribute World Movement for Democracy as well. Hillary also given you the award as well. There's also an Impact Hero Award for you as well. So what are these awards? For example, Impact Hero. What is this award? This has been recently given to you in 2019.
So Impact Hero Awards is it's given by an organization called the Earth Company. They are based in Japan and Indonesia, and I think they closed their application for this year. Every year they select one impact hero, and then they provide like 3 years of support to those impact hero around institutional support as well as some financial support as well. So I think everyone can go to their website and apply next year if you guys are interested in. It's called the Art Company, and they are going to open applications, I think, in a couple of months. Um, and yeah, I think it's about like being you, who you are as a unique person, and making impact and meaningful change in the ground and helping people. Wide range of people. I think those are some of the unique characters for the Impact Hero. And Hillary Clinton Award is on the women, peace and security. So I've been working on the women, peace and security, and women issues, violence against women. So a lot of these women issues is basically bringing justice and accountability for the victims of sexual violence, which is part of the, again, women, peace and security. And yeah, women's related work in general, like most of our majority of our work focus on that theme of women, right? Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and democracy tribute was also because we do a lot of so our work is not women's democracy and human rights,
Right.
peace building. So when we say democracy, we do a lot of democratic education, for example, civic and political education for youth at
Yeah.
in our youth center in Yangon. So we basically build democratic culture and knowledge for the people, so that we create a better political system that doesn't exclude minorities or discriminate minorities, that eliminate inequality and enhance greater participations of the people across the country, and allow freedom of speech and expressions. So
Yeah.
that's what we do among the people, so that not only that, then once a young generation is empowered in politics and civic knowledges, and they can carry the button, and they can be the one who champion again, promote democracy, human rights, and equality in the country.
Yeah.
So that's what I
So
that's the democracy courage tribute about, and it's a very prestigious award given by the wide range of democracy movement across the world, by the World Movement for Democracy, and I think I highly value them, and grateful for these awards.
okay. So Wai Wai, I always try to pronounce your. It's such a beautiful name itself. One of the questions that I would like to ask you before we let go, and your final comment as well, is that um, what is the future for you? I mean, from this point onwards, where you would like to go now, and what are the plans that you have in holding for you, especially after COVID-19? There's a lot of changes happen. A transformation, world is changing, everything is changing. The way we see democracy, where we see women and peace rights. We're also into the year where we are celebrating the United Nations 1325, 20 years of existence. And then, of course, the Beijing Conventions, 25 years, CEDAW's 20 years, and many other conventions, 20 years. So all the things are transforming. The anniversary things are happening. United Nations is 75 years old, and we are still facing those challenges as it is. World is not the same, and world has not remained the same as we were looking for. So, what is the future for you? Where we will go from this place to onwards, and how would you like to contribute more towards your people's raising your people's voice to the global scale, so that they can have the just rights, and justice may be given to them as much as possible.
And yeah, you're right. So I don't have any um like institutional kind of political ambition, that what I want to be, and who what I want to be, uh, where I want to be. But I have an ambitions of who I want to be, which is, I feel, as you said, I feel the world is not working, it's not helping address our problems, and it's not going to change anything if we continue with this with this thinking and with these structures and systems. The UN is 75 now, and then all of these treaties promises are you know like passing by,
Yes.
and we're not seeing anything. So my future will be like basically filling the gap, and uh, and generating the discussions where I think things should be going. So basically, how I'm gonna do them, I will. develop. I will work on my organizational development, father women peace network, and also I'm building a platform to build inclusions and inclusions for all, inclusive futures. So basically, my discussions will be, I think my future will be talking around how important is inclusions and equality for all. Until
Yeah.
unless we address the most marginalized people, protect the most marginalized people, and bring them along into the systems, and give them equal access and benefit, um, we're not gonna see any changes, any big changes in this world. So I'll
Yeah.
be focusing. My theme will be inclusion first. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm going to do in the next couple of years and perhaps decades. So that's where I am going now, like feeling, understanding this current systems of the world, and then filling the gap, and basically generating discussions around where things should be going through Women Peace Network, Inclusive Futures platform, and and continue my work for now.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Varma. Vivek. But as you said that you have to go early as well. We would not like to you to go, but we can continue the conversations for longer. A lot of young people or young leaders or people from different parts of the world, they might be listening to you right now. Before we let you go. I would like to request you to share a beautiful story or a message for all of them who are listening to you right now, looking at you, and they can get more inspired from you, learn from there a lot of questions, and a lot of love is coming for you as well. So you can share whatever the message that you think is possible for the young people who are following you, or be at the position as you are, or the challenges that they might have faced or would like to be leaders like you. So what is your message to them?
So my message is that we share this world together, right? We need to take care of each other, and we need to help those need help. And look around look around you, and look around the world, and see where you can fit in, where you can help, what you can do to address some of the world's largest tragedies and problems today. There's so many problems, not only the human rights catastrophes, civil wars. I mean, you in your own country have so many problems,
So,
and gender equality, economic problems, and now global pandemic, climate change, all of these problems. See what you feel passionate about. Take actions, get involved, whatever you can, whatever you're interested in. Just don't walk away, because it's one day it will haunt me, it would haunt us, and it's affect everybody. When there is a leader's quote saying that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. Don't think that if you are secure and safe today, you will be safe and secure always. We need to earn safety and security by ensuring others' safety, security, freedoms, and rights. So that's key. So like remember that and take actions. And if you guys want to get involved in my work, you can go to these www.womenspeacenetwork.org, and then get involved, help us achieve our goals. And you can also follow me on YouTube at Wai Wai Nu, and on Facebook at Wai Wai Nu, and all my social media handles are Wai Wai Nu, WAIWAINU. So you can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and elsewhere, Instagram, everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm available. I'm very public. So yeah, follow me and get involved in my work. Visit my organization website and help us achieve our goals. And like if you want to volunteer, contact us. If you want to help raise fund, share, help us
Yeah.
raise fund among your friends and colleagues and with your platform. Would appreciate you and welcome. Welcome to our world. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for having
Thank
me.
you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Veve, for coming over and talking with us. Guys, you can be in touch, as Veve was saying. You can be in touch with her organization. You can follow her. It's her name is so, I mean, unique and special. You can easily find her on Facebook and Instagram, on Twitter as well. Her Twitter handle is here. Look at this. And then you can also see her a YouTube channel as well, where she regularly upload various videos and information about the crisis that is happening in the Rohingyas, in the area, in the region. And her phenomenal work and contribution in building and sharing the voice. She was also here in our local Women Voices Peace Conference that we have recently held, organized, and she was there at the opening plenary as well. Shared a lot of experience. You can also see that video as well. That has also been uploaded on Podi Institute as well. So it's such an amazing to have a lot of conversation can be happening. You can volunteer, as we were saying, and thank you so much everybody for being with us. Thank you, Bebe, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. We've been talking a lot about having such kind of conversation. I think that we can continue, and sharing the voices. We can share our networks as well. We can share our work together, so that we are living in a similar and same regions, right? So why not connect and build our synergies and relate ourselves and build momentum together, as you were saying. So thank you so much everybody, and thank you, Wewe, for being with us. You have to stay, I have to go offline, and before I sign off,
Yeah.
thank you so much. This was Wewe Nu, our guest for today tonight, and I hope that you had enjoyed the conversation. You have learned a lot from her, and then we'll definitely meet in another episode of Global Women Insight. We'll come together again with another amazing woman from anywhere across the world, and they will come and see you and meet with you, share their stories, share their experiences and leadership journeys over all these years, as we had done today. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night, and see you soon.